Welcome to ASIM Code. Don't miss out. Like this video, subscribe, and stay on track with your coding journey. Exception chaining in Python allows you to raise a new exception while preserving the context of a previous one. This is done using the from keyword in the raise statement. It enables more informative error handling by linking the original exception to the new one, providing a clearer understanding of the sequence of errors. For example, when catching an exception and raising a different one, you can specify that the new exception was caused by the original one. This is particularly useful for debugging, as it helps trace the flow of errors through the program, making it easier to pinpoint the root cause. This example demonstrates how to handle errors when placing an order in an e-commerce system using exception chaining in Python. The code simulates two key processes: payment processing and inventory checking. It defines custom exceptions, payment error and inventory error, to handle specific issues, such as a negative payment amount or an out-of-stock item. The place_order function attempts to process the payment and update inventory, raising a runtime error with additional context if either operation fails. Exception chaining preserves the original error details, providing clear, actionable error messages. The example helps manage errors effectively, offering insights into the cause of failure and making debugging easier by linking the original exceptions to new ones. Example of exception chaining in Python. We define custom exception classes to handle specific errors related to payment and inventory. These custom exception classes inherit from Python's built-in exception class. This class is used to raise errors related to payment issues. The pass statement is used as a placeholder, as no additional logic is needed for this simple exception class. This class is used to raise errors related to inventory issues. Function definition to simulate payment processing. The payment_amount parameter will be passed when calling this function. This function checks if the payment amount is valid and raises an error if it's not. Check if the payment amount is negative. This is an expression that checks if the payment amount is less than 0. If the condition is true, we raise a payment error with a relevant message. Function definition to simulate inventory updating. The item_ID parameter will be passed to check if the item is available in the inventory. If the item is out of stock, it raises an inventory error. Check if the item is out of stock by its item_ID. This checks if the item_ID is equal to the string out_of_stock, meaning the item is not available. If the item is out of stock, raise an inventory error with a message. Function definition to simulate placing an order. This function combines both payment and inventory updates. Payment_amount and item_ID are passed as arguments to check for payment and inventory errors. Call process_payment function to handle the payment. Raises payment error if invalid. Call update_inventory function to check the stock, raises inventory error if item is out of stock. If a payment error occurs, we catch it and raise a new runtime error with additional context. P is the caught payment error object, and we chain it to the new exception using from P. If an inventory error occurs, we catch it and raise a new runtime error with additional context. IE is the caught inventory error object, and we chain it to the new exception using from IE. Example of calling the place_order function, simulating a failed payment scenario. Try to place an order with a negative payment amount. This will raise payment error. If a runtime error is raised, print the error message, which includes the chained payment error message. Example of calling the place_order function, simulating an out-of-stock item scenario. Try to place an order with a valid payment but an out-of-stock item. This will raise inventory error. If a runtime error is raised, print the error message, which includes the chained inventory error message. Now run our code. Alright, coders, if you're ready to keep building and learning, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all the latest tutorials and tech tips. Plus, by subscribing, you're joining a growing community of like-minded developers. So what are you waiting for? Click that button, and let's code our way to success.